All right. Okay. I was planning to give you class on a, you can say, a hypervisor, right? But hypervisor you will not understand until I will not write something, until I will not okay draw a diagram. Okay, so that's why hypervisor topic. Okay, for now I'm skipping. Okay, we'll give you on the next session, and when you will come in my Windows batch. Okay, and on a interview batch, definitely. Okay, we will meet on a new session again. So on that time, I will give you class on a hypervisor. Correct? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's why. Okay, today what we can do. Today, first of all, okay, I will listen your doubts. Okay, so guys, if you have any kind of doubts, so you can ask me right now, and then we will start our mock interview. Yes, guys, anyone, any kind of questions, any kind of queries in your mind, so please let me know so that I can clear. Okay, I can give you understanding. Yes, guys, anyone, any kind of questions?
Sir, I have question, sir.
Yeah, Mukul, please ask.
Sir, do Hyper-V have suspend option, sir?
Yes, Hyper-V has also a suspend option, but if you will install the Hyper-V application, okay, and that is happening in a server side. Okay, Hyper-V have okay having a two kind of roles. Just like I told you, na,
Yes, sir.
VMware having a workstation that we are using in a host machine. Correct. Okay, like same Hyper-V we used in a host machine. Okay, but we can also use Hyper-V in a server side. Correct. So guys, okay, so if we will use Hyper-V on a server side, so on a server side Hyper-V, we have an option of suspend. But in a client side Hyper-V, we don't have option of suspend.
Sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. And guys, any other? Okay, I'm giving you more time so that okay, what are your doubts? What is your confusion? You can ask me. You can clear with me. Guys, no doubts. Is everything clear? Okay. So see, now we can start a mock interview. Okay, because it's very important that okay, I given okay, what are the possible things for you? Okay, I given right. You are learning or not? Okay, it should be also verify. So okay, that's why I will ask two questions from everyone. Okay, different questions, maybe same questions, correct? And how you are giving answer. Okay, how you are okay expressing your knowledge. It matters. Okay. And I have a one pen and one cop. Okay, one page because my system is not working right. Okay, that's why. Okay, in a page and pen. Okay, for example, if I will ask a question to Ganesh. Okay, so okay, means Ganesh has given a 2 to 2 means okay, I asked a 2 and 3 questions. Okay, to the Ganesh, and Ganesh has given every correct answers. So I will give A grade. Sorry, A plus grade. Okay, and if Ganesh will give okay in a 2 questions there is a one answer. So I will give B grade. If Ganesh will okay not give any answer, so I will give C grade. Okay, and if Ganesh will give 2 to 2 means all the correct answers with a very good way that I'm able to understand. Okay, what are you saying? So I will give A plus grade. So according to your knowledge and how are you expressing, okay, I will provide a grade and I will directly submit to the placement team. Correct. because your weekly report is important. So that's okay. You are getting a weekly session, 1 week this technology, 1 week this technology. Okay. So first question. Okay, I'm going to ask. Okay, it is from Akash from Faridabad.
Yes, sir.
So Akash, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Akash, first of all, introduce yourself.
Okay. So, hello guys. My name is Akash, and I'm from Faridabad. I completed my graduation from MD University Rohtak in BCA stream, and my last experience was with the Niva Bupa Health Insurance Company as a senior executive. And now I'm switching to the IT field as I done BCA last. So that's why I moved to this company, and that's all from my side, sir.
Okay. Okay, so Akash, let me know one thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is virtualization?
Okay, so virtualization is a technique, sir, where we can create a new system within the PC, or it's a process and technology that help you to create a virtual machine that we can access virtually rather than actually. But in virtual machine, it will act like a real machine. For example, like virtual operating system, virtual desktop, virtual network, right? And the benefits of the virtualization is like multiple OS can be accessible from the one system, sir. Like you can install 3 or 4 systems, means virtual operating system in one system, sir. Okay, and it is used for the testing purpose also, and it is cost friendly, sir, because it's got free OS like Hyper-V for Windows and Oracle. These are the free software, sir. So they don't need the license.
Okay, and
Yeah.
okay, and how would you create a virtual machine in VMware?
So, sir, in VMware we it's an VMware we need to download.
And what is this background noise? It's too much.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So, sir, VMware is an open source software. We can download it from the Google. Okay. For downloading it, we will need to go to its official website, VMware Workstation. Then we can download the application, and its file size is around 615 MB, sir. So after download, we can install a virtual machine in that.
So how we can create a virtual machine in VMware? That's my question.
Okay. Yeah. So after installation for the process, download from the website. After that, we can click on the. After that, we need to click on yes after installation. Okay. Then setup wizard is appearing. Then we can click on the next. Then it will ask for the license. Then we provide
So
him the
sir,
license.
Akash, I'm not asking installation process, na.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just asking how to create a virtual machine in VMware.
Okay. For creating the virtual machine, sir. Just I'll tell you. For creating virtual machines, we need to first download an software. Okay, then we can install it in the virtual machine. For creating virtual machine, we can just state on the click option of the create a new virtual machine. Then we can click on the create new virtual machine. After that, typical option and custom option will be asked. So click on typical option, then click on next. Then guest OS installation, asking for the installer disk image file. Then we can provide in the software which we need to install. After that, we need to install that. Then click on next. Then the installation process will. We will give the username, password, and confirm password. After that, we can click on the next option, and then give the virtual machine a name, and we will provide him the disk capacity also. Around 2 GB, we will provide it. Then we can click on the single file or multiple files. So we can just go with the single file option. Then we can just, after the finishing of the installation of the process, then we can just click on the power on the virtual machine. Then the software need to be installed. So it will be installed automatically after that, after creating the virtual machine.
Correct. Perfect. Well done, Akash.
Thank you, sir.
Next one we have Anjali. Yes, next one we have Anjali. Guys, I will call the name 2 times only, then I will skip. Yes, it's Anjali from Pune. Okay. Then Gajanan. Yes, Gajanan.
Yes, sir. Hello. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm audible for you.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay. So first of all, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gajanan Sagar. I have completed my graduation in Electronics and Telecommunication from Pune University. Then I completed my graduation. Then I was looking for a job in IT field, but I did not found any job. So then my short-term goal is join a reputed company, and long-term goal is a reputed position. And that's all from me, sir.
Okay. So now tell me. Okay. What are the differences between a VMware and a Hyper-V?
VMware and
VMware and Hyper-V.
actually, sir, VMware actually we need to download from the official website of VMware, and Hyper-V is a which is already built in our system, but we need to enable that Hyper-V.
Yeah, Gajanan, can you repeat? Because actually I got a call.
Sir, VMware actually we need to download from your official website of VMware, but Hyper-V, which is preloaded in our system, which is we need to first enable and then create virtual machine.
Okay. Tell me something about Hyper-V.
Hyper-V,
Yes.
sorry, sir, still I can't remember.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Next one we have a Ganesh.
Yes, sir, Ganesh here.
Yeah, Ganesh. Tell me something about Hyper-V.
Sir, Hyper-V is an inbuilt tool in Windows operating system, and we can use it to build virtualization process. And Hyper-V feature present in Windows 10 or 11 operating system, and Hyper-V feature isn't present in home edition of Windows PC.
Okay. Okay, now let me know one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In a Hyper-V, we have a two things, generation 1, generation 2. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
While creating a virtual machine, we are getting a two kind of thing, generation 1 and generation 2.
Okay.
So can you tell me what are the differences between a generation 1 and generation 2 in a Hyper-V?
No, sir, I have no idea about generation 1 and generation 2 in Hyper-V
Okay.
because I installed VMware in my software. So I am not doing Hyper-V application install.
Okay. Okay. What is the meaning of snapshot in
So
VMware?
snapshot meaning is we can create a snapshot, and after creating a snapshot, after some time we can start from only that page.
We can start only from that page.
Yes.
Okay. Correct. Thank you. Okay. Next one we have a Gayatri from Hyderabad. Yeah, I'm audible. Okay. Now tell me what is the differences between a suspend and a snapshot in VMware? Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Tell me something about virtualization. Okay. Is any disadvantage from virtualization? Okay. Correct. Thank you. Then we have a Krishna from Nashik.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
Krishna, I'm audible for you.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what are the differences between VMware and VirtualBox?
Hello. How
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you?
yeah. I'm listening to you. Give the answer.
Yes, the difference between VMware and VirtualBox is
Is what? The second question: how would you create a virtual machine in a VMware?
in VMware, a option to create a new virtual machine. Click on it. Click on typical. Click on installer disk and we need a image file to install a new virtual machine. Then give name and username and password to that virtual machine. Specify disk capacity minimum 20 GB and single file. Then power on the virtual machine. We can get a new virtual machine in VMware.
Correct. Thank you. Okay. Next one we have a Mahesh Babu.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Mahesh. So, okay. Tell me something about a Hyper-V.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me something about Hyper-V.
Hyper-V is a Windows in installing pre-install, sir, in Hyper-V. We not need to download for Google or other website. It is work on Windows 11 and Windows 10.
Okay,
Hello.
and yeah, I'm listening to you. And it works on Windows 10 and Windows 11 and what?
In Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Don't say hello, hello again.
Windows 10 and 11 OS only.
Means Hyper-V present in every Windows 10 and 11 OS, right?
No, no, sir, no.
Then
You have to check, sir, in winner
what to check?
in command.
So what to check?
Features and programs.
What? I'm asking Windows 10 or 11, means Hyper-V present in every Windows 10 or 11. You told no, right?
Yes, sir.
So if not, so Hyper-V is not present in which Windows 10 or 11?
Personal use.
What?
Right. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Tell me the disadvantage from virtualization.
System was hanging, sir. When
And
we
what is the advantage?
VMware.
What is the advantage?
We operate virtually, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's a Malar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, so okay, let me know how would you create a virtual machine in a virtual box?
Come again,
Yeah, how would you create a virtual machine in a virtual box?
by downloading VirtualBox.
And what are you giving answer? You will download virtual box and virtual machine will create. Is it a magic?
In some Windows, we can't use virtual machine, so we downloading VirtualBox.
So, ma'am, I'm not asking that one. My question is, how would you create a virtual machine in virtual box?
Don't know, sir.
Don't know. Okay, very good. Okay, one more question. Tell me, what are the differences between a snapshot and a suspend? Meaning in VMware.
We can create a snapshot, and after we can start from that page.
Your voice is not coming.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, give the answer.
No, sir. No idea, sir.
So what you done in a class? Okay, next one. We have a Muhammad Kasif.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kasif. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me what are the differences between a snapshot and suspend meaning in VMware?
Sir, the snapshot is the process in which, like, sir, we take a snapshot on any page and then we power off, and and from that page we again want to start, and then a snapshot, and then we can restart from that page with the help of a snapshot. And suspend is the, sir, process in which our VMware will log out.
What is the meaning of suspend? Can you tell me again?
Sir, suspend, actually, sir, suspend, there is confusion, is suspend.
Okay. Now next one. Tell me something about a virtual box.
Sir, virtual box. Sir, virtual box is a software or tool which is used to create virtual machine, and it is easy to operate, and it is highly suitable for less configuration machines. Like if we have less RAM and less hard disk, and then it is very highly suitable for that.
Correct. Well done, Kasif.
Yes.
Okay. Next one we have a Mukul from Nagpur.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Mukul, tell me. Okay, tell me about VMware and tell me about Hyper-V. What you know everything.
Sir, in VMware, you have to download the software, sir. In Hyper-V, it's pre-installed in some of the Windows 10 and Windows 11 software, sir. Both can contain the same ISO file, for which we have to for the ISO OS software, sir. And in there is a suspend option for VMware, but in a Hyper-V, suspend option is only available for the servers, and for VMware has a snapshot, but Hyper-V has checkpoint, sir.
Correct. Well done. Okay. One more question I have. How would you create a virtual machine in a virtual box?
Virtual machine in a virtual box.
Yes.
Sir, first we'll go for the new in a virtual box. Then we'll type for which of the OS we want. Then we'll select next. Then for the required space, we'll ask for how much space we can give. For the RAM, how much RAM we can give, and then it asks for the ISO file for which OS we want, which we can add by downloading it from the Google Chrome, and click on next, and that's how virtual machine is created in VMware, virtual box.
Correct. Well done, Mukul.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next one we have Pallavi. Yeah, Pallavi
sir.
from Amravati.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Pallavi, let me know what are the differences between Hyper-V and VMware.
Hmm.
Just give the answer. What? What is saying? Just Pallavi.
In Hyper-V, yes, sir.
Yeah, give the answer.
Hyper-V is present on Windows 10 Pro Edition and in Windows 11 Pro Edition only,
Only.
or
Couldn't-
or on any Windows Home Edition. It can be present on any Windows
Hyper
Home
present in
Edition.
home edition.
Yes, not present in Home Edition. It is present only in 10 Pro Edition and Windows 11 Pro Edition.
Okay, and I asked the question to you differences between VMware and Hyper-V. So you need to give answers minimum 2-3 points on both sides.
Sorry, sir. I didn't revise.
Yesterday I told that today I will take a mock interview. So it's your fault. Okay, now tell me, what is virtualization and what is the benefit using virtualization technology?
Virtualization is a technology we can use to install multiple operating systems. But it works like a physical machine.
Okay. Okay, next one we have a Pranathi from Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me know what is the differences between suspend and snapshot in a VMware.
Okay.
Don't be mute, just unmute and give answers.
Sorry, sir. Snapshot is like a copy of a virtual machine disk file at a given point in time, and we use snapshot, quick and easy way to save a state of virtual machine before software update or other change. And suspend is so I don't know about the suspend.
Okay. And how do you get a virtual machine in a VMware?
Virtual machine in VM. No, sir.
Don't know?
I don't know exactly. Yes, sir.
Okay. You can tell me something about a virtual box?
Virtual, yeah. VirtualBox is a open source application, and that allows user to run additional operating system environment from the desktop of the system, and it can be installed for free. And VirtualBox is designed to run virtual machines on physical machine without installing OS that is running on a physical machine. And VirtualBox allows users to extend their existing computer to run multiple operating systems, including Windows, Linux, at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you.
Okay, next one we have Priyanshu.
Good evening, sir.
Just good evening. Yeah, Priyanshu, tell me something about Hyper-V.
Sir, Hyper-V is a pre-installed virtualization software that is installed in Windows 10 and Windows 11 in Pro versions and other versions Pro version. It is a virtualization technique by which we can use multiple systems in one operating system using Hyper-V. Sir,
And what are the differences between a Hyper-V and a VirtualBox and VMware? Means what are the differences between these three software for virtualization? Hyper-V, VMware, and VirtualBox.
sir, basically the similarity is that all the three virtualization technique are virtualization softwares, but the main difference is that virtual hyper Hyper-V is pre-installed software for Windows, whereas VMware and VirtualBox are open source and can be downloaded from the internet directly, and they can be used. VMware and Virtual Box can be used for Linux or any other operating system too, on Linux or any other operating system too, sir. And one more difference. Just a second, sir. The VirtualBox is a multi-platform product, uh, uh, and main difference, sir, that virtual. Uh, just a second, sir. Sir, in VMware, the space, the file space, window file space is only 600 MB, uh, and it can be downloaded easily. In VMware, we take snapshots and for restoring to the same point where we have left. And that's all, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next one we have Rachna Hassan. Yes, Rachna, am I audible for you? Yes, Rachna, am I audible for you? Can you hear me? Okay, next one we have a Rusab Kumbhakar from
Yes.
Pune.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rusab, am I
Good,
audible?
good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, so Rusab, let me know what is virtualization, what is the benefits and disadvantage using virtualization.
Sir, virtualization is process or technology which creates virtual machine that we can access virtually. Means we can actually create more OS of than the physical machine, and it is very useful when you have to use different OS due to different conditions of working. The advantage is that you can use multiple Windows OS on single PC, and disadvantage is that you need a good configuration so that the division of memory should not interrupt between the smoothness of operating the PC.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now tell me one more thing.
Yes.
Tell me something about a Hyper-V.
Sir, Hyper-V is an inbuilt software in Windows, which is also used for visualization.
Visualization, ki virtualization.
Virtualization. Sorry. Uh, it is provided in Windows 10 and 11 only for the Pro version. Uh, yes, sir. That's all.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next one we have a Shamir Wadekar. Yes, Shamir Wadekar. Yeah, Rachna, now you can hear me.
Oh, yeah, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. I think you have some network issue. That's why.
No, I was connecting Bluetooth, so I think it was some network issue.
Okay. Yeah, so let me know how would you create a virtual machine in a VMware and how would you install Ubuntu operating system on it?
Okay, in a VMware, to create a virtual machine, we need a VMware workstation first. We need to download VMware workstation. And after downloading it, we need to open that and we need to give a license key. And next we need a Ubuntu ISO image file. Then we need to download a Ubuntu ISO image file. After downloading a Ubuntu from a browser, now we need to create a virtual machine and install Ubuntu OS on it. Next in VMware workstation, we need to click on create new virtual machine and we need to give a option typical. Then we need to give next, and next in that in disk image file browser, we need to browse and we need to get our ISO image file. Then we need to give next. Then we need to give a name and password and we need to give confirm password. And then we need to give a size. Then we need to click next and that's also. Then at last we need to give finish and we need to power on the virtual machine.
Okay. Okay, now tell me something about a virtual box.
Yeah, virtual box, it is developed by the Oracle actually. It is same as a virtual VMware software. We can create virtual machines on that. And some of the benefits of virtual boxes, it is used for educational and private purposes. It we can do virtualization on hardware and software levels. Um, and it is easy because it is a lightweight. It's involves only 103 MB, and its usage is also very easy, and installation process is also very easy, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, next one we have a Saurabh Balian.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, am I audible, Saurabh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me know some. Okay, let me tell me something about Hyper-V.
Sir, Hyper-V is a software which is enabled to Windows OS, helps for virtualization. Sir, we can create a virtual machine in it. Sir, Hyper-V feature present in Windows 10 and Windows 11 Pro. Or and Hyper-V is not present in Home edition of Windows PC.
Good then.
Sir, Hyper-V is not found on browser.
Means what?
Sir, is not downloaded software. It found settings. So that's all.
Okay, tell me how would you create a virtual machine in a VMware, and how would you install operating system on that one VMware?
Sir, download VMware workstation from Google. वो sir browser. Sir, then option on new, वो create a new virtual machine. Sir, click on it. Then give username or password. Just click next. Then give RAM space. Then click next. Sir, and give hard disk space.
Okay, then
Sir, virtual machine is created. Then download OSO file from browser.
download OSO file. OSO or ISO?
Sir, ISO file.
Means after creating a virtual machine, then you will download ISO file, right?
Yes, sir.
Who told you, yaar? Without ISO file, how can you create a virtual machine? Just simple use a mind. Without operating system, can you use a system?
Sir, I do not practically, sir, because I have
I don't
no
want to listen any excuse.
PC.
Excuses will not work. I told to write it down everything in the class. So don't give me an excuse first of all. Here also we have a lot of persons who haven't done a practicals, but even giving answer, right?
Yes, sir.
So don't give excuse.
Okay, sir.
A simple thing. Without operating system, can you use a system?
Sir, what?
Without operating system, can you use a system?
No, sir.
Then without ISO file, how you have created a virtual machine? Without ISO file, how you have created a virtual machine?
No, sir.
Because first you have created a virtual machine. After creation, you will power on. Then you will download a ISO file. What is the logic? It's not a logic, no.
No, sir.
So please, okay, read it from starting.
Sir,
Okay. Yes.
nothing, sir.
Yeah, tell me, what are you saying? Yeah, tell me, what are you saying?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Next one we have Tejashwini. Yeah, I think Tejashwini. Cut ready. Yeah. What is this background noise?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me, what is virtualization, and what is the benefit using virtualization?
Okay, sir. Virtualization is a process or a technology which helps us to create a virtual machine that we can access virtually rather than actually. But then, one virtual machine acts like a real machine. Its benefits: multiple OS can be accessible only with a single hardware. For testing purpose, it is a cost-saving technology. Completed, sir.
Okay. And tell me something about Hyper-V.
Okay, sir. Hyper-V Hyper-V is a tool or software which is inbuilt in Windows OS. Helps for virtualization, and we can create and run virtual machine in it. Hyper-V features present in Windows 10 or 11 OS. Complete, sir.
Okay. And what is the exception about a Hyper-V?
The Hyper-V features is not present in the home edition of Windows PC. Sir.
Correct. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. Next one we have a Vikram Kumar. Yeah, Vikram. Yes,
sir.
Vikram. Am I
Can you
audible
hear
for
me?
you? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. So, tell me what are the differences between a snapshot and a suspend in a VMware?
Suspend that we can stop anything suddenly, and snapshots it is a feature in VMware which helps us to restore virtualization in a point. Virtualization in a point where you can capture a snapshot.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
Snapshot is a feature, sir, in VMware which helps us to restore, sir, our virtual machine in a point which we can capture a snapshot.
Okay. Okay, and what is the benefits using virtualization?
Yes, sir, in virtualization and multiple operating system can be accessible, sir, only with single hardware, and we can use for testing purpose, and it is cost-saving technology, sir.
How you can say that virtualization is a cost-saving technology?
It is cost-saving technology, sir, because it is downloaded from open source network, sir.
800 from open source center, so it's a free, I mean, it's cost saving. Just tell me.
So I have no idea. Oh, shit.
No idea. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and the last one we have a yes from Bhopal.
Yes, good evening, sir.
No, very good
Yes,
evening.
sir.
I'm audible. Okay, so just let me know what are the differences between a VMware and a VirtualBox.
Sir, VMware is an Ubuntu or software.
Ubuntu software.
No, or no, sir. Ubuntu in VMware workstation we can run Ubuntu OS system and VirtualBox and in VirtualBox we can run Oracle VirtualBox. Sir.
So yeah, yes, the full name is a Oracle VirtualBox. What are you saying?
Yes.
The VirtualBox full name is a Oracle VM VirtualBox.
Yes, sir.
So what are you saying then? Okay, and tell me something about a Hyper-V.
So Hyper-V is a tool or software which inbuilt in a Windows OS.
Okay, I'm listening. Give the answer.
And helps for virtualization, and we can create a virtual machine in physical machine.
Okay.
And Hyper-V feature is present in Windows OS, Windows 10 OS and Windows 11, Windows 10 or Windows 11.
Okay. What is the disadvantage using virtualization?
So disadvantage is hanging a system is a main disadvantage of virtualization.
Only hanging is a disadvantage.
Yes, and in case your physical hardware is corrupt, then your virtual machine also corrupt. This is also the disadvantage.
Okay, thank you. Next one we have Anjali. Again, I'm calling your name. I know you are listening my voice. So please unmute. Anjali from Pune.
Yes, sir.
So why you are not unmuting?
Sorry, connection problem, sir.
Okay. So tell me what is virtualization according to you?
Virtualization.
Yes.
So virtualization is a process or a technology which help us create a virtual machine that we can access virtually rather than actually, but that one virtual machine act like a real machine. It's used to create a virtual machine. Hmm. Okay.
Okay, and tell me something about a Hyper-V.
Hyper is a tool or software which is inbuilt in Windows OS, help for virtualization, and we can create and run virtual machine. Hyper-V is feature present in Windows 10 and Windows 11 OS.
Windows 10 or Windows 11 OS.
Yeah, operating system.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Shamir. Yes, Samir, now you can unmute. Yes, it's Samir Wadigal. Please unmute now. Only you are pending. The rest all has given a mock interview. The rest all are given answers. Yeah, Samir, can you hear me? You are saying in a chat, sir, please ask me a question. And you are not unmuting. How would I ask a question to you? Okay. Yes, Samir, am I audible for you?
Yes, sir.
Why you are not means
Hello.
why you are not unmuting?
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let me know what is the differences between a VMware and a Hyper-V. Yeah, give the answer.
Ask me a question.
What?
Hello.
Yeah, give the answer now.
Hello.
Yeah, you can be in a mute. Okay, so guys, okay, I took okay, means I asked the question to all of you, okay, who are active in a class. Only 2 and 3 people are not active. So I will give the remarks absent. Okay, and there is a 8 8 to 9, sorry 9. Okay, there's a 9 students we have who are in a plus grade, and there is a 6 student, okay, who is in a A grade, and there's a 3 who is in a B grade, and 2 is in a C grade. Correct. Okay, I will not call the name who is in a A grade and who is in a A plus, who is in a C and B. Correct, because okay, you okay means you did a more and more practice. Correct. Okay, because okay, grades doesn't matter. You can change anytime your knowledge and all, but definitely okay, for a records purpose it matters, right? That's why I given. Okay, so guys, okay, from Monday maybe you will get a new class, new session on a Windows. Correct, from a different trainer, maybe, I don't know. Okay, only the admin knows about it. Correct. So that's why we will meet from tomorrow. Okay, means okay, maybe okay, we will meet on a Monday session with a new topic, and maybe different trainer with a new topic. Correct. So for now, bye bye to all of you. Okay, take care.
Thank you, sir.
See you soon, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to close the meeting. Okay, so revise the topics and bye bye for now.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Bye.
sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye, sir.
Yes, bye bye. Thank you.